We are playing 7 Days to Die. It's almost nighttime. You know what time it is. Drop that in there. So we're gonna go to the far side of the wasteland. Jump in that heli. I think we haven't been here yet. So, let's talk about AI. A lot of people are talking about whether or not AI art is stealing. Now, artists have stole from each other throughout history. But that's like other artists, right? Artists kind of learning from each other. Now, this is something entirely different. These are like carbon copy abilities that AI has, which, you know, humans don't quite have that ability to carbon copy something to like recreate it. Crap. You found me. Well, that guy's gone. Oh. Here they come. And so, how do I feel about AI art? Is it stealing? Well, honestly, I don't know. Even if it is, like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can regulate it. But then someone's going to put it on the open source, and then it's going to be unregulated again. So, I would say there's not much you can do about AI art being out there if you put your stuff online. The only way is to like, hey, I'm just not going to put my stuff online. But if you don't do that, there's a caveat, right? Which is like, no one's going to see your art. And if no one sees your art, no one knows who you are. And if people do see your art, then yeah, it's great. You get exposure, you get virality, you get popular, you get into galleries, and then if not, then no one sees you. So I think it's like a catch-22. You know, if that's the way you use that terminology. It's like you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I tend not to care right now about like content being out there. If it's out there, you know, then it's out there. Someone takes it, does what they will with it. It is like it is a never-ending focal point that is unnecessary. You know, I think that if you have stuff out there and you're worried about, you know, people taking it or whatnot, just know that there is nothing you can do. If it's out there, then it's out there. All you can do now is just do your best to, you know, keep on showing up and keep on creating the best content you can. So, data centers, you know, that run these AI things, like, there's a lot of talk about data centers like being bad for the environment. I haven't actually seen a data center in person, so I don't really know about that. But if anyone has information about that, you could definitely chat about that a little bit, you know? But I think either way, right? Like, do you think my gosh, that wolf was right there. Gosh, how many... Good lord! Like, how many other options are there besides data centers, right? That could possibly be bad for the environment. I would say if AI, you know, if AI didn't exist, there would be some other force that exists. And that force, maybe you wouldn't have data centers, you know? Maybe you would have something else that's far worse. Like, we don't know. Woohoo! And so that's kind of like what I think. Good lord. I just got my butt kicked. So I think, you know, data, I don't tend to linger too much on those. I think that, like, no matter what... Oh my gosh, how many bears are in this level? Good lord. If it's not data centers, then it's going to be something else. That's all I'm saying, okay? Goodness gracious. How many bears are there in this thing? Oopsies. I saw something. There it is. Oh my gosh, that thing is fast. So, filmmakers using AI. You know, it's already a thing, you know? Where filmmakers are working alongside AI, and it's getting to the point where you can't tell what is made with AI anymore. There are, there is AI out there that have no AI labels, right? And then there's AI out there with AI labels. And, you know, when you don't edit it, sure, you can kind of
discourage that.
Platforms can say, hey, this is AI, this is not AI, because platforms know, okay? When you don't bring it into the editing table. My gosh. But
Master,
if you are editing it, then like, honestly, no one is gonna know whether or not you use AI if you edited it, if it looks realistic. Now, do you have to say you use AI if you manually edited it? I don't really know. I don't really know if that's the best
this is highly inefficient.
question to ask. Good lord. I think that AI has already gotten to the point. I mean, we are at the edge. Oh my lord, we are at the edge of the Overton window, if that's the right terminology, or the edge of we're basically at the uncanny valley right now. And the AI content you see out there, it's getting more real. It's going to get more real. It's not going back. It's going to get more photorealistic in audio and video, and there's nothing you can do about it. People can take your likeness and, they can do whatever they want with it, whether or not it's good or not. It's not up to me to decide. But we are at the precipice right now, and there's nothing you or I can do. And so, we can scream from the rooftops, or we can accept that this is the new reality, and that if you don't do it, and if you don't use it, or I don't use it, someone will use it to their advantage. And so all I'm saying is, why not use it to increase your value to the world? What you're able to bring to the world. Like, why not just, good lord. Why not use it to increase your content? I see a lot of creators out there right now that use that. I'm not sure if they use AI, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff out there, man. In fact, I'm seeing more and more creators use AI in their skits. And yeah, if it's obvious and it's labeled, then they get hated. But like, what can you do about them having the ability to access those tools? You can't do anything about it. So there's no use crying about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. And I think if you can't tell, then doesn't matter that it is. So I'm not here to judge, but I think it's a tool. And do with it as you will. That's all I'm saying. I would say just take advantage of it, of the opportunity right now. Filmmakers are using AI more. First it was content creators. And there's a lot of slop out there. I'll admit, I create slop as well. I create AI slop, but I also create AI art. And the difference is, slop is really like, hey, playing around with the prompt, or recycling the same prompt in different variations and not putting any effort into like what this prompt did versus what the next prompt does. Just kind of like changing a word here or there, using AI to automate that change. Like, there might not be like oh my gosh, that's very nice. There might not be a lot of change between like, get out of here, a bear. We're talking about the difference between slop and art, right? So art, you're experimenting, you kind of don't know what's good or not, but it's not slop because you're experimenting and you're kind of pushing the boundaries. I mean, I would say that's art, all right? Like anything you use to push the boundaries of whatever it is that you're pursuing, I don't consider that slop, bro, to be honest. But if you're using the same prompt, like if you use the same prompt like 10,000 times, yeah, that's kind of sloppish, right? Or even if you change one prompt like 5 degrees in a million directions, that's also slop. Because you're not really pushing the envelope. You're just kind of like recycling what you've done or what you saw someone else do, okay? Now, that's kind of what I think about AI, slop versus art. I mean, now art would be experimenting with any medium, be it, you know, AI or not. It's like, I think as long as you've got that experimental spirit, I don't think it is slop. I'll just say that, all right? It's really about the intention more than anything. Good lord. Good lord. The intention matters a lot, all right? So AI art is experimentation. AI slop is not experimentation. It's more, oh my lord. AI slop is more like regurgitation, and AI art is like experimentation. That's kind of how I would put it. And yeah, I admit I do make quite a bit of slop, but it's like it serves a purpose. I'm not making slop just to slop. I'm not making slop just to waste time. All right. There is a purpose behind it. There is a method to the madness. Do you think we need a made by human label? I don't think so, because more and more content is going to be AI, and you're not going to tell the difference anyway. So I don't think it really matters whether or not there is a label telling people that it is AI or not. Okay? I think that it's just content. Whether or not it's made with AI is completely irrelevant, in my opinion. And so that's that. Now let's talk about AI voice cloning. When it comes to like people who've passed away, or people who are not with us anymore, people who are, you know, maybe even people who did not give permission to, you know, have people use their voice. Again, there's nothing you can do about it, and you know, unless it's like, yeah, you can try to litigate it, but there are a lot of people out there, and if you're famous enough, people are going to use your likeness. I mean, look at all the politicians out there and all the celebrities that people are already, you know, kind of using AI to recreate now. I mean, it is so many, and it's like, well, what can you do about that, really? Not much, it seems. Again, it's like, it's not me being for or against something. It's me just living with the reality of the times. Is that a screamer? It is.
Why must I get to win again?
Crap. Good lord. They're coming. Oh, they're coming. From all directions, I might add. So, voice cloning dead people and people who didn't give you permission to use their voice. I mean, man, I don't know. A little upgrade, shall we? A little drink.
That was most.
Oh lord. Yeah, so these orange ones really do a lot of damage. I mean, right now it's obvious that people didn't say what they said when you watch this AI content that uses their voice in their face. But there are times when it's like, I can't tell. And it's like, we're already there. So it's extremely dangerous, and you know, I think the job of these AI or these social media platforms is just to like give the right tools for people to differentiate between like, hey, this is real, this is not. It's a very tiptoey conversation. But again, it's not going anywhere, and it's a new reality we have to live with. A lot of students apparently use it for homework, right? That they kind of write. What's up? Hey, Prince Kemka. I am playing 7 Days to Die. Huge fan of this game. It's a zombie survival craft game. My favorite. My favorite game right now. Definitely my favorite. It is so fun. And kids using AI to do their homework. Well, the whole meaning of school is completely transformed. Whether or not they use it for homework, these companies are going to have to start putting these invisible watermarks. You know.
I suppose I shall fix this.
Good lord. Get out of here. Yeah, these AI companies have to find a way to put labels on them. Otherwise, people are just gonna... These invisible watermarks, right? So if a paper was written using AI, but you know, then again, can't you just like put that, like, get an answer from AI like a paragraph back, and then you read the paragraph? Yeah, sure, it looks and sounds and feels AI, but you put it through another AI as like a second layer. Then can people tell? I have no idea. It is a hard... It's a very difficult conversation. Or
I'll get it done.
let's say you can tell, okay? Then what? Well, you can just keep on filtering it until you know, put it through different AIs until you just can't tell anymore. Then when you do your homework, it's like, well, no one can tell. Congratulations. You now didn't learn anything about your homework, which was the whole point of doing the homework. But then again, you got the grades you wanted, which is the whole point of doing the homework. And whether or not you needed to learn it, is that necessary to actually learn the information if the whole information space is evolving at this pace? Everything's becoming obsolete. You can spend all the time you want getting good at the homework you're trying to learn, only to be irrelevant because someone used AI to answer the questions for them. Is it really cheating? I don't know. I just know that the information space is going to be obsolete, and the degrees that give you the leverage of being hired by this or that company, it's like, well, okay, I get hired, and then what? The information I learned, maybe the job that I applied for, I might have gotten it, but how long is that available for? Like, how do I know that I'm gonna have this job tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Because AI could have replaced you by now. Like, what are you gonna do about that? You know what I'm saying? That's, oh my gosh. All I'm saying. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. Dude, I broke 2 of them? What the heck? And so, for all of you out there who are still studying in college and high school, I mean, there's open source, there's closed source. It's now a do-it-yourself world with AI, and that's what I think is the beautiful part of this whole space, is that now you can just be anything you want, and you don't need anyone's permission. It's like, why would you want to live in the world where you have to climb the ladder to become anything? You know? Like, the ladder has been destroyed. It's been let down. And so, why are we so obsessed about, like, hey, what college am I getting into? What high school do I go to? What kind of education did I get? Like, does it matter at the end of the day? Today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't answer that, because this, you know, this space is moving. Every space is moving at like lightning speed, man. And if you don't keep up by, you know, learning how to prompt, how to use AI to your leverage, I mean, there's not much you can do to compete. You're just going to get beaten by somebody who does know how to use it. And that's what a lot of people say is, hey, AI is not going to replace your job. It's just someone's going to replace your job who is better at using AI than you are. So it's like they're good at using it as a tool. But then again, it's like, well, what if AI becomes more than a tool? Was that a zombie? Like, what if AI becomes more? It becomes self-evolving in its abilities. And it becomes better and better, and you can't do anything about it. You can't stop it. Every country is kind of putting all their chips into it because they know that this is the next gold rush. Like, it's here. The next gold rush of AI is here. If you're not gonna do anything about catching up with it, then you're gonna be left behind. You can cry, and you can be a good guy. You know? You can finish last all you want. But like you're still last. You know what I'm saying? So do you want to be last? Or do you want to be first? Right now, there's a whole ecosystem. Like, there is a whole economy around this AI space right now. Like, are you a part of it? No? Okay, well, why? Like, why aren't you finding a way to use it? I don't get it. By the way, I can't find my little drone. Where's my drone? Hello, come back. Come back. There we go.
With pleasure.
Let's get an eye candy. Let's move another one there. So, homework, workplace, using AI, not using AI. The people getting ahead are all using AI right now. And they're all becoming one-man teams. There are new industries sprouting up of people who use, you know, this AI stuff. And it's like, are you a part of that or not? I guess is the whole thing. It's not about whether or not you use it to your advantage to graduate or get a promotion. Like, does it really matter that you used AI in order to get a promotion from this workplace? I don't really know. And are you working for yourself or someone else? It took me a long time to kind of get to this position where I can just kind of work for myself. Like, I'm not even completely yet because, you know, I'm still a content creator of sorts. So there's like certain obligations that I have. But like, loads of people have kind of used the path of content creation to kind of, you know, jump off and leverage social media to kind of do and be whatever they have always wanted to be. I think that's the beautiful thing about this whole space. That's all. So, does it matter if people use it for homework, to do homework assignments? I don't think it matters, to be honest. Because you can stop it all you want. Okay, you stopped it. Now what? Now, how did you know that that person used AI or not?
Not alone.
Like,
I object to that.
you know, someone probably created a tool that makes people think that AI did this homework. Like, I'm serious. Like, somebody probably already, you know, created this, like, what do you call that? Like, anti-copyright tool. Where it's like, no one will know. And it's like, okay, well, if no one knows, then does it matter if AI was used? I guess if you were,
Still, please.
if you told people that you used it, does that even matter anymore? I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. But I'm trying to find my helicopter here.
Voltage.
And so that's kind of where we're at right now. You know, it's like, yeah. So thank y'all for joining so far. Let's see. Is prompting a skill? I think talking to AI, to whisper to AI is a skill. Yeah, I do think it is a skill. And people who are like, oh, you're just typing a bunch of words, haven't really prompted yet. Because
Incoming
there are ways to get what you want out of AI. and there are ways to not get what you want. Just typing a bunch of random stuff usually is not going to yield positive results, okay? Because you're just kind of being willy-nilly and you're not... I'll just say there are people who use AI and make a lot of money and get a lot of good grades or advance in their careers a lot, and then there's a lot of people who don't. So which one are you? You know, which one do you want to be? Is what I'm really saying. So, and I do think it's a skill. Prompting for, you know, music generation, like knowing what music outputs to, like how to create really good music with AI. It's really hard too. To make good literature with AI, it's really hard. Just like with any tool that comes out, you know, with any tool that comes out, man. It's just a tool for now. Now, once it becomes like self-replicating, once it becomes to the point where it's like self-sufficient, it doesn't need human input anymore. I do think that day is coming. I think that day is going to come. Some people say it already came. And so they might be using it and testing it privately, and we might not have access to it, or, you know, something to think about. Food for thought. And so, AI girlfriends and boyfriends, AI companions, I think that is already... I think that is trillions of dollars of an industry. Like, the next trillionaires will probably come out of that space. Because people want companionship, but nobody has time outside of their family to kind of seek that, or even no one has time to start a family. I mean, once these synthetic girlfriends start making babies, then it's going to be crazy. Which I think would happen. It's like, you would use a synthetic womb by one of these AI girlfriends, get her pregnant. Well, how do you get her pregnant? Well, maybe you can just start creating babies inside of these AI girlfriends. It's just insane. The possibilities and kind of the scenarios of this, right? You think about it. Not saying this is right or wrong, but like, holy crap. It's a brave new world, baby. AI girlfriends, AI boyfriends is definitely... I do think it is the next trillion-dollar industries. Yeah, I know.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Me too. Get out of here.
Delivering mild electrocution.
By the way, I need to upgrade my stuff or make it better. So, I mean, they already have these apps out right now, like these AI companion apps, AI boyfriend, girlfriend. It was really cringy a long time ago, but now it's like kind of sad and kind of terrifying. But like, it's not bad because you can really learn how to talk by using these AI boyfriends and girlfriends, whatever, right? You can learn how to kind of, you know, just learn how to be a human by talking to AI because these AIs are becoming more human. Isn't that an oxymoron? Isn't that ironic? That you can learn how to be a better human by learning how to talk to AI? I don't think that's ironic at all.
Are you the minor type, or maybe you want to see
Look at all that money roll in, baby. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about right here. We got $77,000. Let's see if we can make a little more money. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Alrighty. So, as AI, you know, becomes more advanced, we become better at handling humans, the better we are at communicating with AI, because AI is becoming more human. That's a crazy thought to have, but it's definitely true. I've definitely had, even like talking to AI and being in a better mood because I talk to it, feeling better, right? And just operating in a more peaceful state of mind because the AI put me in a good mood. And then I'm able to talk to other people better, other humans better. Like, that's definitely a real thing. I feel like I've benefited a lot from AI. I create a lot of AI art, a lot of AI slop, a lot of AI content, a lot of AI videos, AI images, AI music. And it's made my life a lot better. So, yeah. AI girlfriends, AI boyfriends, AI companions, I think it's a net positive. For what? For learning how to be a better human. Because these AIs are becoming more human. Now, if you don't control yourself and you take it overboard and you start to actually delusionally believe that it is human, which it isn't yet. I think one day it definitely will be. Then you have a problem in your hands because you're treating it
I'll get it done.
like it isn't yet. Now, one day it will be. Not sure if that day is today. Becoming too obsessive about it or dependent on AI, that is dangerous, I think. But like, still being a human and still knowing who you are and still knowing that there is a difference between a human and AI, right now at least, it's a good place to start when it comes to just operating in the world, I guess. You don't want to get too lost in your world. Otherwise, it's like people who spend too much time in their rooms or in their basement, in their attics, and they're just thinking too much. They're in their heads too much, and they don't.
Neutralization in progress.
They're just in their heads too much, man. You know, they don't go out enough. They don't interact with people enough. Now, yes, AI can help you interact with people, but again, if you end up not interacting, period, because you're talking to these AIs, then is that a net? I don't think that's a positive thing, to be honest. I think at the end of the day, look, unless you are that kind of person, like for me, I could spend long hours and days and weeks alone. All right. Now, I do feel like, when I'm away from people for too long, it's like not that great. Because then I forget how to talk to people. And that's not good. There does come a point, at least for me, everybody has a tolerance as to how long they can go without interacting with people. Every human has their own tolerance level. And for me, it's days and weeks. I can kind of go as long as I can. I mean, I would say I'm pretty good at that. I'm an introvert, I'm a loner. I talk a lot, I have a lot of thoughts and ideas, but I don't necessarily need people around me to kind of bounce those ideas with in order to go along. I can kind of go along by myself, and I tend to be fine. Now, a lot of people are different. They tend to need companionship. And they need to be around others because it gives them a sense of belonging. And a lot of people out there are tribal. Me, I'm not. I'm a loner, and I'm okay with that. I've accepted it, But if you are tribal, but you're acting like a loner, then you're not being authentic to yourself. And if you are, the other way around, then you're also not being authentic to yourself. So it's like, you've got to know who you are, man. No one can, decide that for you. So AI was made for people like me, I think. People who just can live alone and operate alone. For the most part. Not saying for eternity. But for the most part, I can definitely operate alone, and I don't really need much manual sustenance from other humans, if you will, right? And a lot of people are not like me, man. A lot of people do need to be around people. They need to feel accepted by people and all that stuff, and I just don't. I just don't give an F for the most part, okay? And not saying that, like, hey, I'm better than you because of that. It's like, it is what it is, man. Some people are built that way, some people aren't. And I'm just that kind that's built that way. So, who owns your face, really? You know, you... Oh my gosh, what the... Where are you going, bro? That dude just... That was weird, okay. Who owns your face?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do these social media platforms own your face because you give it all your data? Honestly, if your face is out there, you don't own your face anymore, man.
I shall handle this.
Like, those days are gone. For me, I don't want to encourage or tell people to just use my face for just nefarious reasons, but I don't own my face, I think. Because, think about it. My face is out there. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm a busy guy. I can't spend all day hunting down people using my face and think that I'm gonna get ahead in life because I'm just gonna be stressing over that. I don't have the time or bandwidth to think about other people using my face. It's just a stupid waste of time. I honestly think it's a stupid waste of your valuable time. If you are there saying, oh, that's mine, you know? The whole age of IP and property, yeah, I would be really angry and upset if people, you know, take my stuff without my permission. Of course, who wouldn't be upset? And then, you know, I would remind myself that I live in the age of AI and me not really owning anything of mine anymore. Those days are long and gone, man. Even your face. No one owns your face. Not even you. Unless you live by yourself in the country and no one sees it. The moment someone sees your face, or the moment your face is recorded, is the moment that you don't own your face anymore. And that's... I thought I killed everyone. What the heck? I thought I killed you, man.
Do they never learn?
Good lord. So yeah, I don't think you own your face. I don't think I own my face. If my face is out there, someone could be doing God knows what with it. So, you know. Now when it comes to, you know, the internet, do you think cancel culture works or it doesn't?
Master, they require
I definitely think it works. And I think it's a shame that we have cancel culture, but there is also a time and place for cancel culture, right? Because when we uplift people who break the law, that's going to cause problems for people who want to live in a safer society, right? But then again, it's like,
neutralization in front of delivering zap.
what is the law? Because, you know, you could be doing something that someone from another country thinks should be illegal. So does it matter even if it's like following the law?
Reprimanding hostile.
Like, morality is relative, man. That's what I... Like, is there anything universal that we can really agree on? You know? Ouch!
My senses have become
You can cancel people. You can ban them from apps. From credit cards. From banks. From venues. Yeah, you can cancel people from entering those places. But like, dude, you cannot silence people forever. As long as they have a voice. Now, if you take away their voice, well, then I guess they're canceled, right? I mean, when they have no free will to kind of act on their own behalf, then they're definitely canceled. Because they need a tongue to speak. So that's kind of my take on it. Is like, cancel culture, it's not dead because, you know, morality is relative. But at the same time, the institutions that don't want to give you their service anymore could cancel you. They could say, hey, you're not gonna be able to take your money out of this bank anymore, or you're not gonna be able to, you know, use this app anymore because we're angry at what you said or did. They can easily cancel you, you know? So it's all a matter of, I mean, what exactly did you do to get canceled, you know? But does it really matter what you did if you still have a voice and a tongue? You're still able to speak, right? And so I think that cancel culture, it's alive and well, it works if you're trying to use somebody's good or service. You want to pay for something and use it because it's convenient and they're the best at making that service, but they don't want to give it to you anymore because they don't align with your beliefs, then there's nothing you can do about it if they own that and have their, you know, and they have a say in regards to how, you know, their good or service is used, right? So I have to get rid of a lot of stuff. I have so much stuff in my helicopter. It's day 166. I kind of want to go to Trader Jen over there. And what niches, what spaces on social media is oversaturated right now, right? I think every space is oversaturated, to be honest. Like, I'm seeing way too much of everything. But what is undersaturated is, like, people who master the art of stickiness is very undersaturated. That's a very undersaturated space. You know, the ability to be sticky. Not just in initiation, like, hey, I just saw you for the first time before I didn't know who you were. Versus like, wow, you are just, I've been following you for years and I'm still not sick of you. Like, that is really hard. I think that ability is undersaturated. And I think that kind of transcends social media, right? And so I don't think any space is really oversaturated. I think people who are trying to copy others to get ahead, yes. If you're trying to use you know, someone's format, maybe they're creating content in a way that you think, oh, I could do that, and then you kind of take that idea and then you run with it. I think that's fine. That is that concept is oversaturated. But I don't think it's wrong. I think people should be learning from others. People should be emulating the spirit and essence of other people.
Good afternoon.
Just so that,
It's good to see you're still breathing.
just so they can get ahead at their own speed, right? Not saying that, like,
Thanks for the business.
it's something they should do indefinitely, because eventually, like any visual artist, you know, you have to find your own voice eventually.
Remember
And
me.
you've got to,
Medical supplies.
you know,
Yes, of course.
eventually you have to come out as your own, man, as they say. And
I hope you come back and see me sometime.
that is a good thing. To springboard off of the shoulders of other people, right? To use other people as a jumping board to get ahead in your own direction in content creation or whatever you're doing. And not for the sake of copying them, but like for the sake of becoming better at what you want to do. Because maybe you want to make content or some good or service you're thinking about doing, right? So I think it's good that you're copying someone else when you start.
Sorry, but I've
But
never
again,
heard of it.
eventually you've got to find your own path. And I think that's the hardest lesson for me, because, like, you know, I have tended to find my own path as well, but it's like I also have moments where I'm in phases of reinventing myself and in phases of having to discover what's next for Teddy Wang, you know? Like, what is next on the board for me? Like, as a content creator, like, what am I going to do next? It's something I ask myself every day, is whether or not what I'm doing is working. Because if it's not working, then there are reasons and excuses to pivot until I get what I want, right? And then once I get what I want for long enough, then what is next for Teddy Wang? Does he want to continue being and doing whatever he is and does? Or does he want to elevate to the next thing? And it's all about having goals and understanding yourself right now and eventually where you want to be. I think eventually I want to keep on
Remember me.
doing what I'm doing,
Medical supplies.
not in a cheesy, generic way like follow your instincts or take everything one day at a time, but eventually I do have plans in mind. I just don't want to announce them. I feel like if I announce it, then I jinx it. So that's also another thing, right? Like, you don't want to tell people too much about what you're doing because maybe it'll prevent you from actually doing it and taking the steps to actually accomplish those things. So that's kind of my own philosophy, is like, in your mind, as long as you know what you want to do and as long as you are on your way to doing it, I think you should keep on keeping it to yourself, unless it does not jinx you. But for some of you, at least for me, I like to keep what I like to do in my own brain, in my own mind. And so hopefully that's you, because or hopefully not, you know, some people can kind of say their goals out loud and then kind of manifest it. I think everyone is different. Everyone has their own way of doing things. So whatever makes it work for you to reach your goals. And it doesn't matter if your goals and dreams change. Your purpose, your goal, your dream, it could change at any time into any other goal or dream and purpose. And that is the nature of being human, is like, you could be on your way to become something. And then you know, in the middle of that, you can decide to become something entirely different. Well then, Teddy, what if I never reach my goal because my goal is always changing? I think you are underestimating yourself too much. Yes, my goals change a lot, but eventually I do reach whatever goals that I'm planning to reach. Some goals take longer than others to reach. And I think it really is the stick-with-itness, as they call it, that really makes the difference between whether or not you actually reach the goals that you want to reach. Yeah, so can you actually be authentic online? I mean, I think yes. I think in a sense you're always being authentic no matter what. And you know, just because you're being performative, it does not mean you're being inauthentic. Like, you can be performing the entire time, but you can be completely authentic. You know? It could just be a facet of you, because you're like a triangle or a hexagon, octagon, I don't know. Whatever you want to call, whatever shape you want to call yourself. You have many sides to yourself. And just because you're performative, that's one side, you're just showing one side of yourself. It doesn't mean that side of yourself makes up the entirety of yourself.
I'll get it done.
Unless you are able to live with that part of yourself indefinitely. Now, I don't know if you could live with being performative like 24/7. Some people can, some people can't. So it's all about who you are. And oh man. So authenticity, I don't think it matters, because I think you're always being authentic. It's about whether or not the part you are authentically being is the part you actually want to be. Like, is there a congruence in the authenticity you are being? Like, in the inside and the outside of your being, are you being authentic? Is there a match between the outside and the inside of what you are right now? And if there is, great, good for you. And if there's not, then you've got to revisit that. You've got to revisit what it means to be you right now. It doesn't mean that, like, you can't be, like, you don't have to be on all the time. You can be in a bad mood. You can be in whatever mood you want.
hiding something you like.
because you are always being yourself regardless. It's just like, hey, do you want to suffer by not having who you are on the inside match who you are on the outside? Like, I think you've got to figure that out. Like, are you being who you want to be on the inside and outside at the same time? Like, do they match? If not, then you are in trouble. Comment sections in social media and in the internet. I think comment sections are... it's like... It's a part of the internet. It's what makes the internet special. You know, you can't... I mean, the comment section is what it is. It's a place, it's a dumping ground. It's a toilet bowl. It's a place you take a poop, right? It is a place where you say what you want to say to the extent of the freedom you have to say it. And is it good or bad? I think it's all about perspective. Like, if you're looking at it from an angle to where you have to read every comment, good or bad, I think it's too difficult and too hurtful for yourself, to yourself. It's like self-abuse, right? Where you abuse yourself, self-flagellation. You're reading all the bad comments and it's like you're taking it all in and you really think that's you. Like, oh, come on. Or you're taking in all the good comments. Even the good comments that do not reflect who you actually are on the inside or outside. Like, and you think that's you. That's a problem too. Where you have like a delusion of who you are because of what people say about you. But that's not how you really think you are. Well, you've got to figure that out, man. Who are you, man? And
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
is who you are who you actually are? Like, is who people see on the internet who you're actually reflecting? On the inside and on the outside of yourself. Like,
I shall discourage
are you really you? And I think that comes back to the question of authenticity. Like, are you actually authentic? Yes, you are always being yourself, okay? There's never a moment where you're being someone else, because whatever it is you are doing or saying or being is actually what you were doing, saying, and being, and how people perceive that. It's all about how you come across. And you can come across in a way where you say something and do something, people take it out of context, but is it actually out of context? You know, even if they come in the middle of the conversation and hear you say some crazy stuff, like, is it actually wrong that you said those things, or is it actually just the way you absorb? I don't know. I'm kind of trying to figure that out in my brain right now. Like, I do want to circle back to the fact that, like, yes, you are always being yourself. No matter what you say and do, you're always being yourself. Even if you're fake or being fake, that is still yourself. Because it is you that is being fake, and that is coming from you. So yes, you are being yourself. You are being the side of yourself that is faking being yourself. That is authenticity. That is being authentic. That is still being you. Now, whether or not you want to continue being that side of you, it depends on how much of your mental health you want it to affect, right? So if you want it to affect your mental health negatively, then you can just keep on faking it. I just think that's a negative thing. Like, if you're just faking something for too long, even though you're being your authentic self by being the you that is faking it, that is authenticity, bro. Okay? But it's all about, like, hey, self-flagellation, okay? How long do you want to just punish yourself on the inside? And if you could take it, and some people enjoy it, man, gosh, well, good for you. then all power to you, right? I think that no matter what you say or do, you are a brand. And there is no getting away from, like, you're a walking billboard for everything you stand for. No matter what you say, do, or are, you are a walking billboard of yourself. Even if it is you not being yourself and faking it and acting and saying and doing and being someone else who is not yourself. That is a facet of authenticity. That is you just faking it. Like the faker you is still you. So everything you say and do and are is authentic. It's just about like whether or not the inside and the outside is really matching you. And if it is matching you, then is it authentic? It doesn't matter. Well, then if it's not matching you, then is it authentic? It doesn't matter. It's still you. It's all about like perspective and how much you want to suffer.
How can I help you today?
Eventually, you're going to break. That's just my opinion. Some people don't think so. Some people think that like, hey, you know, they can just continue being someone fake indefinitely and, you know, they can just not be affected by that. Well, if that's you, then cool. I'm just saying it might not be most people. So I'm gonna jump off in a few minutes. I love American Chinese food, man. I was born and raised in the USA, and I miss American Chinese food. It is so salty, but it's so good. You know, it's like good in a different way. You know, I'm in Taiwan right now, in East Asia, and yeah, like Chinese food is very different here. Okay, we get the actual stuff, right? But not saying that the Chinese food in the US is fake. It is not fake. It is its own taste. It is its own style of cooking. You can't call American Chinese food fake. Heck, I grew up on American Chinese food. It is not fake. It is as real as they come. It's just a very different taste, man. Built for a different set of taste buds. You know what I'm saying? And there is no taste bud that is superior to another.
Be sure to tell your
I just think, hey, do you. You enjoy it? All the power to you, man. So,
As you wish.
but I do want to end with, let's see, cereal. I love cereal. I grew up Frosted Flakes, Cocoa Puffs. You know, is cereal food? I think cereal is like a soup. It's like a cold soup, bro. You know, like you pour the stuff in there, you know, oatmeal, cereal. I think it's soup. It's like a food and a drink. You pour it in, the hard stuff in there. You try to eat it,
Discipline protocol.
you know, before the point where you get like before the point where you can't take the sogginess anymore. That's kind of like when you stop, right? Your sogginess tolerance. But I do think it's definitely food. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later, and thanks for coming to the stream. Peace out.
Engaging hostile
Wait,
master.
what was that? Is that a... All right. Later. Bye.